This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Sunday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. You'll recognize that advice from the reading we heard earlier. To modern ears, it might sound almost wishy-washy, but with so much ignorance, evil, and corruption in the world, shouldn't we be brave, strong, fighting the good fight? But on this Mothering Sunday, all of us here will recognise just how much strength and fortitude it takes to demonstrate qualities such as humility and patience, even towards our own children. And it's much harder to show compassion and kindness to people outside our family, those who appear to have nothing in common with us. People with whom we violently disagree, or those who seem intent on harming us or others. Should we meet them humbly and meekly? We may feel that such a challenging course of action is beyond us, but we're not alone in our struggle. We have the example and the support of Jesus, whose whole life was suffused with those qualities: compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience.
Shame you've had to miss church.
Well, the work needs doing, love. With things as they are, we can't pay overtime anymore.
And that won't be much of a lunch neither. A couple of bags of crisps and a can of pop.
Oh, it'll do me till tea time. I want plenty of room for your hot pot, won't I?
$3.25.
There you go.
Do you want a receipt?
No thanks.
Called round Tracy's yesterday. Thought I'd try to patch things up.
Oh, did you?
Oh, Brad answered the door. Said his mum was out.
Well, she might have been.
Oh, I don't think so. Her car was there and they looked pretty shamefaced.
I'm sorry, Susan.
Why are you sorry?
Because I asked you to keep quiet.
It was important.
Oh, no.
You didn't want rumours flying around that Barrow Farm might be closing.
No.
And you know me. If I'm asked to keep a secret, I'll take it to my grave.
I should have thought what it would do to you and Tracy.
Oh, look who it is.
Good morning.
Oh, morning, Lillian.
I think you might have a magazine for me, Susan.
What sort of magazine?
It's on riding. I ordered it ages ago, and to be honest, I forgot about it. So, if you wouldn't mind taking a look.
Oh.
Did you spring forward today? Neil?
Do what?
Clock, spring forward, fall back. That's how I always remember it.
Except we're British. We call it autumn.
Yeah, but that wouldn't make it... Anyway, I should say that's how I usually remember it, but this weekend I forgot it. Well, it was this weekend, so I've been playing catch-up all morning.
Is this the one?
Yes, thanks. I'll take it and get out of your hair.
Not yet.
Oh.
Need to make a note in the book first.
Oh, right, yes, proper admin. Very important. Susan.
Yes?
Look, I think I'm detecting a certain atmosphere.
No atmosphere here.
Look, I know things are a little awkward between you and Jenny at the moment, but I hope you'll understand I'd really rather not get involved.
Really rather not? Oh, that's rich.
I'm sorry?
Oh, don't play the innocent with me.
I don't know what you mean.
Not get involved. Your family is trying to take Christopher's daughter away from him.
Susan.
I am not part of that.
And everyone knows what Justin and his cronies are planning for Barrow Farm. Why do you all hate our family so much?
We don't. don't. But I can assure you no decision has been made yet about Barrow, which has nothing to do with me anyway.
Oh, no. So Justin isn't pulling the plug so you can play horses with your posh friends at the stables?
It's not like that. Of course I feel bad that people's jobs are at risk. I'm very sorry about it, but that's a Borchester land matter. The stables is our private project.
Actually, Lillian, I understand why folk are annoyed. Whatever the technicalities of this money and that money, it still looks like Justin taking from one business and giving to another.
Exactly.
No matter how much you want to keep out of it, you and Justin and BL, you're all jumbled in together.
But look,
People like you just swan around doing whatever you like.
but that is simply not
You
true.
haven't got a clue what it's like to lose your job. You just move on to the next project, buy another house, start another business.
It's so unfair.
You think that's unfair? You just take your magazine, will you, and go. Go on, take it and get out. And if you or Justin want to be served in the future, you can wait until one of the volunteers is in charge.
Susan.
And you can start using a different post office too.
I think that's probably illegal.
Well, I don't care. Alice and Jennifer and Justin don't play by the rules. Why should I?
Thanks for stepping in to do the first reading, Amy.
No problem.
I know you weren't keen on standing up in front of everyone.
It's okay.
Can I give you some money for the Lent appeal, Alan?
Oh, it's very kind of you, Kate. And it was nice to see you in church today. I noticed you in the pew with Jennifer and Peggy.
Yeah, well, as it's Mother's Day,
Well, lovely to see two motherly relationships being celebrated there.
they really enjoyed the service.
Oh, I am pleased. How did you find it as a more occasional visitor?
It was very interesting. Your sermon gave me a lot of food for thought.
That's always good to hear.
Although, I do have a question.
Fire away.
Well, not about the sermon, it's for Amy.
Me?
Yeah. Well, I wondered what you were giving up for Lent. Sex with married men, perhaps?
What did you say?
Actually, I have got a question for you, Alan. How can you stand in that pulpit pretending to celebrate family values and kindness when your daughter's been sleeping with her best friend's husband?
Hey.
This is not the time or
No,
place.
seriously, I am genuinely curious. Does that dog collar give you license to be a hypocrite? Preach virtue in public while your family carries on despicably in private?
Stop it.
How did you feel when you were doing that Bible reading, Amy? All holy and virtuous? I thought you were meant to be a Christian.
I am a Christian.
Oh, really? Well, I think you need to read your Bible more carefully.
I'm warning you.
Looks like you've taken love thy neighbour too literally.
How dare you speak to my daughter like this?
Well, someone had to.
You come here under the guise of attending holy worship, whereas in reality you plan to ambush us with your vile, judgmental carping.
Alice
This is a house of love.
She is in bits
prayer
because
and
of
sanctity.
her. Anyway, I think I've made my point.
How dare you desecrate it like this?
It's Alice I'm thinking of. And you should too.
Well, I want an apology! Kate!
I do support you. You heard what I said to Lillian. I just don't think it's a good idea to say you won't serve them.
What does that sign say?
Yes, I know.
Our staff have the right to refuse service to any customer without giving a reason.
But that's not for people like Justin and Lillian.
I'm within my rights,
It's
Neil.
for, you know, people who are drunk or abusive, kids trying to buy alcohol, that sort of thing.
And I gave her a reason.
Do you really want everyone to know about it?
But
This feud. I mean, what happens if you're here, but Lillian has to wait for Sabrina to serve her? You'd never hear the end of it.
Can you tell me where the tissues are, please, Susan?
boxes or little packets.
Packets.
Oh,
please.
they're just here by the sweets.
Oh, thank you.
You all right, Amy?
Not really.
What's up, love?
Oh, Amy. Oh,
Horrible. Kate called Dad a hypocrite.
What?
And I can't tell you what she said about me and Chris.
When was this?
Just now, after the service.
In church?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, can I have one of those?
oh, of course.
I haven't even paid for them yet.
Oh, don't worry about that.
What the hell was she thinking? What did Alan say?
He was furious.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Where are you going?
To see how he is. Are you
Oh,
all right
yeah,
with-
yeah, you go.
All right.
I I already feel terrible about hurting Alice. And I don't need my nose rubbing in it, especially like that in public.
So people were still there?
Yeah, lots. And to attack Dad like that, I can't bear it.
OK, do you want a lift?
Sorry, what?
To the lodge. Well, I assume you're included in this Mother's Day lunch.
Oh, yes. Yeah, thank you.
How's Roy doing?
Roy?
The goldfish that Phoebe gave you. That's how it worked, isn't it? Yours was called Roy and his was called Kate.
Yeah. Yeah, he's fine.
Darling, is something up? You don't seem yourself.
I'm not. My aura is completely out of whack.
Oh, and is there any terrestrial reason for that?
Alan's just thrown me out of the church.
Alan? Vicar Alan?
Yeah, breathing hell and damnation.
That doesn't sound like Alan.
Well, he did.
He must have had serious provocation. Kate?
I just told Amy what I thought of her, that's all.
At the Mother's Day service?
She deserved it, and so did he.
You didn't have a go at him as well.
He's guilty of disgusting double standards, and the way he talked to me was completely inappropriate.
It sounds like that might have worked both ways. Honestly, they started putting something in the water.
What?
Nothing.
Anyway, I think I should take it further.
Further than castigating a vicar and his daughter in his own church, would you have in mind challenging them to a duel?
No, of course not. But I have a good mind to make an official complaint about him.
If you ever need to talk, you just come straight round. Don't hesitate.
Oh, that's really nice of you.
You'll always be welcome at Ambridge View.
Thank you, Susan.
Oh, you don't deserve to be treated like that, Amy.
No, thanks.
Oh, Alice was never right for our Christopher. Look how badly she's hurt him.
Well,
Selfish, spoiled. Like that whole family.
they did have a lot of happy times.
You're the exact opposite, Amy.
Before things went wrong.
Kind and calm. A proper grown-up.
Oh, not really. I made a serious mistake, and I know how badly that hurt Alice.
That just proves my point, you see.
Pardon?
You're so generous and thoughtful. I don't mind saying, Chris and you, as a couple, you've got my backing 100%.
Oh, you could see us as a couple then.
You take my advice. You just think about what you need and what makes you happy. Don't take notice of Kate or anyone else.
Due in 2 months. Not much chance of that now. No. I mean, it would have been a stretch for him finding out.